In section 3.4 day 2, we talked about how to convert an equation that's written in standard form where x and y are on the same side and your constant is on a side by itself to slope-intercept form, which is the form in which we can graph it in, the form which is y equals mx plus b, where m equals your slope and b equals your y-intercept. And so the steps that we take in order to convert standard form to slope-intercept form are: step 1, add or subtract the x term to the opposite side. So your x term in standard form is going to be on the same side as your y term. In order to eliminate it, you're going to add or subtract it to the opposite side, and you're going to actually insert it in front of your constant. In step 2, it says divide all terms by number in front of y. So there's going to be a number that's in front of y, and after you add or subtract your x term to the opposite side, you're going to divide each of the terms specifically by the number in front of y. Step 3 is to simplify fractions. So any fractions that are left in the problem, make sure you simplify them. However, keep them as improper fractions if they are your slope. So my first problem is 7x minus 5y equals 15. Step 1 is add or subtract the x term to the opposite side. My x term is a positive 7x. In order to move it to the other side, I am going to use my solving skills and do the opposite of a positive, which is subtracting. Now, what drops down on my left? A negative 5y. Drop down your equal sign. You're going to insert the x term in front of the constant, so negative 7x. Since this is a positive 15, you're going to do plus 15. After step 1, you divide all terms by the number in front of y. So the number in front of y is a negative 5, so I'm going to divide every single piece by a negative 5. Step 3 is to simplify your fractions. The negative 5's cancel. I drop down my equal sign. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, and when I simplify in my if I check to simplify in my calculator, 7 ABC 5 is 1 2/5, and then you hit second ABC again to turn it back into an improper fraction. And notice the 7 over 5 doesn't simplify. So 7 over 5x, and then always bring the negative to the top. So negative 15 ABC 5 gives me a minus 3. Once you have your equation in slope-intercept form, your slope is the number in front of x. Your y-intercept is the number added or subtracted to the back. When you graph, the first thing you want to do is you want to plot your y-intercept. Remember, your y-intercept will always go on your y-axis. If it helps you to highlight that y-axis so you don't forget, that's a great idea. So negative 3 is my y-intercept, so I'm going to go down to negative 3 and plot my point. My slope is a positive 7, which takes me up 7, over positive 5, which takes me right 5. So from negative 3, I'm counting up 7 blocks and right 5 blocks. So up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then right 1, 2, 3. Plot your new point. I cannot go up 7 and right 5. Oh, sorry, it's not right 3, it's right 5. Give me 1 second, we'll fix this. Let's redo. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Sorry about that. I cannot go up 7 and right 5 again. So I go back to my starting point and I check to see if I could go the opposite of up and to the right, which is down 7, left 5, and I cannot do that either. With your ruler, make sure your line is straight and you want to connect the dots. Please extend your line up through the graph and have it be hanging over the grid.